In a universe full of mysteries, one question stands out. Why can't God simply eliminate Satan and the fallen angels? It's a question that provokes curiosity and reflection. Imagine a scenario where the battle between good and evil unfolds, with each character playing a crucial role. In this divine narrative, Satan's death is not just an act of power, but a complex dance of freedom and choice. How does this impact faith and the understanding of the spiritual world? And what if the answer is closer than one might think? Throughout the centuries, many have asked, what is the purpose behind the persistence of evil? The biblical narrative reveals a God who values freedom of choice, even in the face of chaos. What does this mean for humanity? How does this dynamic shape our relationship with the divine? Get ready to dive deep into this question and discover insights that might transform your view of your spiritual journey. Don't blink. The journey is just beginning, and the answers might be more surprising than you think. Free will and divine justice. The idea of free will is fascinating. It suggests that all of us, including angels, have the freedom to make our own choices. This means that, even in moral matters, every created being has the ability to choose between good and evil. This freedom is fundamental because, without it, actions would have no real value or lessons. Imagine a world where everyone is forced to do good. It wouldn't be genuine, would it? Now, if God had decided to eliminate Satan or the fallen angels, that would raise some complicated questions. The first is about divine justice. Would God really be respecting the free will of his creatures? The answer is not simple. For many, removing beings who make wrong choices could be seen as interference with the freedom God himself granted. This also makes us reflect on the nature of God. If he is a being who respects free will, how could he act in a way that contradicts this quality? For many, this would be a contradiction. On the other hand, the fact that evil exists is a constant reminder that choices have consequences and that freedom comes with responsibility. Furthermore, the presence of Satan and the fallen angels serves as a test for creation. How would we know what good is if evil did not exist to show us? This duality helps us better understand what it means to live according to the values we deem right. It's a challenge, but also an opportunity for growth. Therefore, the relationship between free will and divine justice is complex. The ability to choose is what makes life meaningful. The presence of evil invites us to reflect on our decisions and to seek the good, making our journey richer and full of learning. Purpose and redemption. When we think about the existence of Satan and the fallen angels, it's easy to see it only as a source of evil. But what if there is a greater purpose behind it? Many spiritual traditions believe that these beings play a role in the divine plan. They may, in fact, serve as tests for human faith, challenging us to grow spiritually. The challenge that Satan represents can be seen as an opportunity to develop virtues like patience and resilience. When we face difficulties, we have the chance to strengthen ourselves and draw closer to God. This internal struggle is part of our learning process. The presence of evil makes us appreciate even more the choices we make towards good. If we think about the elimination of Satan, we must consider what we would lose. His removal could eliminate not only evil, but also the chance for redemption. For many, the possibility of repentance and change is one of the most important aspects of faith. Without this opportunity, what would become of human spiritual evolution? Christian theology emphasizes the importance of learning and transformation. Every mistake is a chance to learn and grow. Therefore, the presence of beings who choose evil is not just a challenge, but also an essential part of our development as individuals. Thus, the interaction between good and evil is fundamental in the divine plan. The fight against the forces of evil gives us purpose and direction, guiding us in our journey of faith and redemption. This dynamic is what makes spiritual life rich and meaningful. Eternity and cosmic conflict. The biblical narrative is full of allegories about an eternal conflict between good and evil. In this context, Satan plays a crucial role, acting as the adversary who challenges divine order. This cosmic battle is not just a story. It represents what happens in our lives daily. We all face choices that reflect this duality. If one day Satan were removed, what would happen to this narrative? The dynamics of the conflict would change radically. For many, this battle is fundamental to understanding human nature and our relationship with the divine. Good and evil coexist, and this duality is an essential part of God's greater plan. Moreover, how could we define what is good without the presence of evil? Removing Satan from the equation could drastically change the dynamics of this conflict. If there were no opponent, how would we understand and appreciate goodness? The presence of evil forces us to confront ethical and moral questions, leading us to decisions that shape our character and our faith. In this sense, Satan is not just an antagonist, but an agent who challenges us to grow. The idea of a cosmic conflict also highlights the importance of freedom. Without the presence of evil, there would be no need to choose good. The choices we make in the face of adversity are what shape and define us. They connect us to a greater purpose that goes beyond ourselves. The coexistence of good and evil is therefore necessary for the fulfillment of the divine purpose. This duality teaches us that without the presence of evil, there would not be the same appreciation for all that is good. Suffering and struggle are integral parts of the human experience, and they help us see the glory of God in a deeper and more meaningful way. Moreover, this battle is seen as an opportunity for the manifestation of God's glory. The way we overcome difficulties, maintaining our faith, is a testimony to divine power. The triumph of good over evil is a recurring theme and inspires hope in many. Finally, the coexistence of good and evil is necessary for us to understand the fullness of life. The cosmic conflict is not just an external struggle, it's an internal journey that leads us to transformation and the realization of the divine purpose in our lives. And so, as we reflect on the reason why God cannot eliminate Satan or the fallen angels, we realize that this is a deep issue that touches on concepts of free will, love, and divine justice. God, in His infinite wisdom, gave us the freedom to choose. This choice, though it brings challenges and even evil, is essential for true love and true faith. Now, imagine the power we hold in our hands. Every prayer, every act of kindness is a light that shines in the darkness. How can you be that light in your daily life? Think about how your choices can impact not only yourself, but also the people around you. Let's explore together how to face the temptations and difficulties that arise. The journey doesn't end here. How about sharing your experiences in the comments? How have you faced adversities with God's help? Stay tuned, because more content like this is coming. And together, we will grow in faith.